Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only, master of propaganda here, Evsik, defender of the fatherland, officer, the glorious, near magical 1v1 here on Mill Road. In the south, it is Evsik fighting for the Oberkommandwest Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 3rd Panzer Division featuring Scavenge of all things. Here with thorough salvage, Flak Panzer for Ostwins, Jägers, infiltration tactics, and 100 Hauser barrage. In the north is Angreifen. Fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin. Here with the 10th Guards Mechanized Corps with Guard Motor, defensive tactics, and urban defense. We got a conscript engineer start versus double full engineers here. We got a special rifle command also up there for Angreifen. And as always, a big, hearty, most heartfelt thanks to my patron supporters, champions, and heroes one and all. Without them and the support, the Propagandacast would simply not be possible. So big thanks to all those. Other people can join heroic ranks by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate by PayPal. Links in the description. Finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing is another way to help out indirectly. So, more folks goes out here for Evsik Angreifen with a 2nd conscript squad here. So, looks like, he's also gone for Guard Motor here. Of course, we know that one. T-35s, heavy mortars, Guards Rifle Infantry, vehicle crew repair training, and marked vehicle. But what is Angreifen playing with this kind of opening? It's definitely a bit unusual in that sense. Not your typical Soviet opening like Special Rifle Command into the conscripts. Scout cars as well there. Scout cars do tend to be a good choice against the Oberkurs. They can struggle against them unless you run it straight into the Sturmpioneer, which actually have good performance against the Scout car. We've got 2 of them. So that's probably what Angreifen is thinking here. But still a bit unusual as of late. Bit unusual. Talking about here. Conflict with the building there. Advancing in the centre, there's more sandbags. He's being very thorough. They up north and he's busy. We'll run into the Sturmpioneer, I imagine, soon. M3A1 Scout car right around the corner. Part of the Lend-Lease program there. An American reconnaissance vehicle there. Used primarily by the Soviet Rasvetki formations of reconnaissance units. Fun fact, by the way, got it out there. Also, fun fact. Those things on the inside, they're actually railings the guns can move around on. Typically, they'd actually move the 30 cal on the rear towards the front as well, so that way they have 2 machine guns firing forwards. Fun fact. Sandbags in the centre there. Knees popping in, there'll be the classic flamethrower scout car combo there. Once he gets the missions for the flamethrower, obviously, he's not quite there yet. Interesting enough, not sandbag there, just falling back there, I guess. In the south here, a bit of quiet there. We got Evsik putting more pressure on the centre here. What is Angreifen plan next? I don't know, maybe a sniper here. No, we get a 3rd conscript there. Just a bit delayed, it seems. Just a bit delayed. Heinz drops dead as he gets shot down by the Soviets. Scout car falling back here for now. Clearly wants to get ready for that flamethrower upgrade. There we go. Can pop it now. Unfortunately, there will be a bit of trouble as the scout car rushes in. We also got new actually popping out of the scout car. Interesting there. Perhaps a misclick, or perhaps there's something else being thought out here by Angreifen versus Evsik, who's quick to go for a truck. They ball. He's going for 4 full gun. There's a pretty infantry heavy approach here versus Angreifen. Sandbags in the south. Bring about some sandbags up north as well there. Fairly quiet opening. I mean, we're sort of, seeing a lot of build up, but so far, no real violent explosion there of forces. As we get to it. Engineers are repairing the scout car rapidly. Very good. Sturmpioneer advancing. Scout car almost good. Sandbags down there. Folks advancing the conscripts. Scout car rushing ahead. Their track out for Evsik. Will of course need to set up soon here. And there we go, charging at the Germans there. Of course, the Sturm Pioneers do have fairly good performance as the scout car. That's if they're getting pushed around there, obviously they can't make use of it. And even then, you typically want 2 Sturm Pioneers to really get the damage in fast enough. Truck they're setting up for the Belgrade headquarters. No surprise there from Evsik. Keine Überraschung. Scout car northwards here, folks, busy up north there with the munitions point here, looking to further cut off the Soviet munitions supply. Deny the mines, of course, any upgrades and say their guardsmen they go for those, which is very, very likely here from Angreifen. Charging on the centre of the conscript, they're holding up as the Germans launch forwards. They charging in for Deutschland. The Third Reich, the conscripts, they are being assailed by numerous Germanic combatants there and will need to retreat soon. They can at most by a few more moments, but even that looks pretty much optimistic. Straight to mine there. Great work there by Evsik. Blows a fat chunk there for the bottom of the scout car, killing some engineers in the process. And the scout car's about to get knocked out here by the Volksgrenadier. See, he's opportunity knocking out, and there you go. Guarded quite a blow there. Angreifen, an excellent kill here for Evsik, blowing a significant hole there in Angreifen's early strategy. Plus, the scout car really hadn't done that much already, so it ends up being a significant drain on his resources without achieving anything. So that was really good there for Evsik, really good. And definitely puts Angreifen in a fairly awkward spot. But he's clearly staying up for guardsmen. He's not doing anything else with his manpower. So I am thoroughly expecting a guard squad in a few seconds. He just needs a bit more there of command point juice. Mechanized command post up goes well there for F6 Battle Group Headquarters. Or Mechanized Battle Group Support. There you go. Guard squad out there for Angreifen. Can equip them with the DP light machine guns as well there. We'll definitely need them to help fight back against all of F6 infantry, who of course still has 5 squads here already. Looking a bit rough here for Angreifen. Might be seeing another guard squad, might be seeing some tech. There we go. Tank will be the tank command up there. Guessing a T-Sun to put pressure on F6. Sandbags around here. Of course, you could use the heavy car in theory, but there's some light car blocking up there. So, plus, it's also more curved, so like even if it wasn't here, it wouldn't be necessarily easy to use for his infantry by laying up sandbags here. He basically creates a sandbag position his infantry can use, but also crucially, his opponent can't, because again, there's some other car in the way, and crucially, is also just more suited for finding behind his infantry. With his infantry behind, I mean. So, fun notes there. Guardsmen come to them. The Volksgrenadiers there already very low on health. I think Evsik will have to retreat them. The Guardsmen are doing heavy damage with the DP light machine guns and the anti-tank rifles. So up north there, fighting around here. I mean, Evsik is just really tightening the net here around Angreifen currently. Flak half tank almost done. Tank will be the tank coming up there for Angreifen again. Will be a bit of a while before we go for the T-Sun versus Evsik. And of course, obviously, what Evsik himself is planning next. Guards was the Volksgrenadier. Sturmgewehr setting added to the squad, increasing their firepower by a significant bunch there. Sandbing sees the sandbags up this time around, taking northwards. Angreifen definitely feeling a lot more confident about Boulder here. Versus Evsik, starting to get more busy up north here. Like Kevin F of Evsik, who of course is starting to like considering the possibility of the T-70. He's obviously not entirely sure, of course, how many resources Angreifen has, but you know, typically the 7-minute marker is typically where they will get a T-Sun out, or even like an anti-aircraft tactic. So I'd say Evsik, of course, is doing fairly the smart thing here, just in case. Even if we are aware that Angreifen will not be able to push out the T-70 now, being sure you're ready for it is a very smart move. So thumbs up, that's Evsik. Sandbags being destroyed here. He could, of course, also add a Panzerschreck on his Sturmpioneer, but I imagine he's going to prioritize adding more assault rifles to his Volksgrenadiers before the Panzerschreck. Guardsmen flanking in here. Suppressed and routed. This was some fuel pond there, messing up F6 fuel and come. Smart play there by Angreifen. Further points being seized here. In the south here, we got full pushing for the eastern fuel pond there. And crucially, no forces within immediate response time there for Angreifen. They're supposed to be the one coming out of the base there. In the west side, though, F6 strikes hard for the Reich. Launching a significant force here of conscripts. The flak half, or Volksgrenadiers jump on the flak against the conscripts, forcing a rout here for Angreifen. Right in the south here, does not wish to tangle there. Can go for the T-Sun light tank now here for the Red Army, but so far it is not. I mean, it could be he's planning to not go for the T-Sun at all, but that would be a bit of a surprise here, considering everything. There we go, T-Sun light tank there for Angreifen and the Red Army. North here, wrecking sandbags with a flak half track. Oh, no, he cancels the T-74 and S-6M. Now, there's a surprise. You do not see the S-6M very often in the 1v1 meta. And here we are with Angreifen actually going for one. Now, the guard squads are there for Angreifen. Got the trot on the way there for Evsik. The 2 guard squads now. And a S-6 on top of the conscripts. There's an interesting build there from Angreifen. Definitely puts more pressure on the light vehicle and even fit in some of the medium armor in theory here. Definitely did not expect that. Conscripts the Volksgrenadiers here by the northern point. Brandhand Gunner they unleashed. Dartmouth the Sturmpioneer. Conscripts launching north here, northern assault here with engineers in tow. And we do get the S-6M out here for Angreifen, also known as the Suchka or Little Bitch. as known by the surge due to, at least on the early models, a really, really bad set of, I think, transmissions and whatnot there, basically making a real pain in the posterior to operate. Fun fact there. Moving forward to this M model was a later model, which actually removed most of the armoured fighting compartment to give more room for the crew. Also fixed some of the engines, which were previously like 2 engines for each track, now was like, I think, 1 engine to operate both of them. Contrast, the Volksgrenadiers going to lose out there due to heavy cover and the assault rifles. Volksgrenadiers right in the centre here by Angreifen's fierce fighting forces. Flak after coming out, Nation 6 repositioning a bit.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Should definitely give that Nation 6 a good hit. There we go. Pop smoke. Almost got it here. Almost veterans 1 on the Nation 6M as well. And got it! Evsik there could have avoided that by like taking, you know, a slightly less linear retreat path here, but instead decided to like just go in a straight line away from the Nation 6, make it much easier for Angreifen to like get ahead it. You should like more to like sacked away from now, you know, taking a more curved path after some of this way around or this way around. That would have made it much harder for Angreifen to like land the hits. Up north, they're retreating in face of the Nation 6M. Southern point being seized here, eastern fuel point they're being grabbed once more by Evsik's Volksgrenadiere. Schwerer Schwerpanzer quarters up there for Evsik. Can authorize it. He could also just push out Norseman here versus Angreifen. That would be a bit interesting choice here, and could run into some issues with Evsik 6. We shall see. That came out the corresponding support for the infantry. Not there's really a lot of need for it right now, but you know, it's there in case it does become necessary. It's just repositioning, shattering sandbags and other things like, and we got a Haymore tactic for Angreifen. Further firepower there. Fast away there at the Volksgrenadiere. Quick Panzerfaust off there. Coming up there. Bit of light skirmishing. We got orbs on there for Evsik. And I do believe some authorization as well. Yes, indeed. So, looks like he is not pushing for the Ostman, at least not as fast as I think he would. Guards from the rear backing up the conscripts. Assault can, of course, in need of some repairs. He could, of course, just use the self-repair ability, except he doesn't have the command points for it. That does require 7. He's only at 6. Can't fall to the route, but they do render the fuel point neutral there. Definitely messing there, but Angreifen's fuel income. We'll have to see what he does in response to that. Sturmpionier basing there. We're laying down some Schützenmine here versus Angreifen. Heavy mortar being moved up to grab the point, leaving the infantry free to attack. Not a bad idea there. Nation 6 doesn't repairs. We got engineers finally freed up here to do the deed. But there you go. Orbs out down front, they're blocking off here to push there on the car point, forcing Angreifen to treat his infantry. The sun get caught in a bit of a fire trap there. North could catch the Sturmpionier, though we'll need a bit more fire support there. Nation 6 almost done. So what will Angreifen go for next? Another Nation 6? T-70, half-track? Will he take up? I mean, there's plenty of options now Angreifen could potentially take. I mean, he's definitely going for a somewhat non-standard Soviet meta build here, which is probably why I went for Guard Motor, because one of the reasons Guard Motor is so popular is because it basically fits into like practically any strategy. Like, doesn't matter what build you're going for. Obviously, there's some common builds with it, but like, no matter what build you're going for, you can just slot in Guard Motor, and like, in case something goes wrong, you really need it. That's just one reason Guard Motor is so popular. It's just very, very like, just, you know, easy to just pick into your strategy. North, the troops advancing there for Angreifen. Line for going there for Evsik. 2 kills there as Jürgen there gets completely snapped there by the Nation 6M. And it's some 6.2mm gun. And Reinhardt there drops that as well there. That Nation 6 is definitely getting some kills in there. And it's not even barraging. Falling back there due to the fit of the heavy mortar. Line can almost end there for Evsik. Leichte Infantry Geschütz 18. Can soon go for the Panther 4 here. The Panzerkampfwagen 4. Quite otherwise, fuel point there. We've seen no response there from Evsik, at least immediately to deal with this. It's also funny worth noting, I mean, he has gone for Scavenge, but we haven't seen any Jaegers. We haven't seen, like, you know, anything really. We haven't seen, like, some infiltration assault tactics being utilized here. So, bit noteworthy there. For someone who has gone for Scavenge, he's not really, like, showing much of it. Then again, he might just been confused by Angreifen strategy. He's not entirely sure to react to that. Routed here in the west. Almost got the fuel point on the edge, but Evsik was narrowly able to prevent that from happening. Very narrowly. Also worth noting, the Orbs are now getting the light machine upgrade. They're a bit late here for Evsik. It also worth noting that he has a total of 6 squads of infantry versus Angreifen's 5. So pretty infantry matches well between the Oberkommandwest and the Soviets. Evsik coming up again, snapping away the ones moment to get some lucky shots in there. Destroying only a wooden cart though. Mechanized armor company for Angreifen, at least nothing immediate. The tank will be tank command there, no additional from 6s or T70 or anything like that. Evsik can go for the Panther 4 now, but so far is choosing not to do so. He could also go for the Jagdpanzer to counter the Issue 6. It also possibly might be thinking he wants a Panther, as that one can definitely struggle up. No, he's going for the Panther 4 model. Yeah, they're the Ausführung Jod. Last model of the Panther 4 before the war ended. And the Issue 6 once more snaps some poor bastard. Friedrich there gets completely gutted there by the Issue 6. Has been doing like a fairly decent work against infantry. Nothing amazing, but like it's doing decent. It's not even barraging. Also, mechanized armor coming in to support company, clearly back taking for some field guns, maybe on a maximum here versus Evsik, who is launching his infantry against the southern flank here of Angreifen's push here. Panther 4 almost down. Issue 6 shoots again. This time misses though. Intensify rain down there. Dieter drops it, and the Issue 6 just killed 2 more. Gott im Himmel. That Issue 6 is just doing a fairly decent job there. I mean, nothing can get amazing, but it's like just, you know, very steadily murder. And there we go, got another kill. Gott im Himmel. That was Ludwig. Quite vicious stuff there from Angreifen's 6. I mean, it's obviously to like deal with any armor, but it sort of slowly sounds like going itself in, honestly. And there you go, Panther engaged with Issue 6. Good shot there for the side armor. Closing the T2 already. Shot bounce there. Maximum here for Angreifen. Clearly feeling confident his 2 guard squads on Issue 6 to tangle the Panther 4 there. Second shot goes through there, almost way through there. Giving a nice little damage boost and accuracy boost, plus making more mobile. Issue 6 in pursuit, and there you go, another shot, and there you go. VS-22 on the Issue 6M assault gun. Also worth being Angreifen's XT merging contra the guard squad to give them full strength at a lower cost. Thumbs up there. North hay mortifier lands in the building, leaving the Fulton is mostly unscathed. Issue 6 pulling back there for now and being a bit cautious there. And the south fresh push here could hit the Issue 6 with a Pantherfaust. The Kimberland could hit. No, misses! And doesn't push for a Pantherfaust out there. Assault gun quickly positioned in the face of this fascist threat. And we got the Orbs on here. There's the guard squads there. At Slipper ring down as well. There we go. Angreifen takes the hard decision there to retreat his man. There you go. Pantherfaust on the Issue 6M. Damaging the engine, but he's lacking the tools to finish it off here. Allowing Angreifen to put it back to fight another day. Worth noting, also seeing another engineer squad to assist with repairs and also sweep for mines. Thumbs up there to Angreifen. Photos the Maxim. Picks up the Issue 6M. Back here reinforcing healing. Southern points there hitting several flare mines. Panther 4 there being upgraded with the pinlock machine gun there for Evsik. Thumbs up. Constantly being bombarded here by the mighty Panther 4 under Evsik and the 3rd Panzer Division's command. Constantly being pushed back here. Heavy losses there inflicted as the Panther 4 delivers a high explosive shell right into the mist. But the assault gun there is on the move, but being met there by the Obersoldaten, who can't really do anything against it. Shoots, misses the Panther 4 though. Smoke being deployed here by Evsik. Time to crash those Obersoldaten. But there's not much time to go. Shoots again in the Panther 4 once more. Either fails to penetrate or hit. Either way, the Panther 4 gets out of that one unscathed once more. As for Angreifen, I imagine he's looked like he's going to go for the T-3485 here versus Evsik, which is going to force Evsik to go for either Jagdpanzer or Panther, I think, to challenge that. He could also try for more Panther forces, but I feel like there might be some slight risk associated with that. But we shall have to see. Panther 4 on the move again here. 4 kills, close range 1. There goes Assault Gun, bounces once more. Max range, it does struggle a bit with the Panther 4's frontal armor. Second shot there whiffs. Looks like he's attacking groundy home to get lucky. A mortifier there, landing a minor hit there on F6 bunch of infantry. Fairly lucky they didn't have heavy losses, and there go cameras with the F6. T-3045 is on the way there for Angreifen the Red Army, the 10th Guards Mechanized Corps. Panther engaging, evaporating there. Poor Constantine. Back reinforcement here and there for Angreifen. Lining up for the next big assault here in the west. He's almost got the western point. There you go. Evsik with another Panzer IV, believing in the power of the humble Panzerkampfwagen 4, the workhorse of the German Panzerwaffe. Guardsmen there being met by the Panzer IV, charging in for Deutschland. The crew fearlessly pours their way through here, and the guards got retreats in the face. There it goes, suffer several losses. As Yuri and Sergei get blown to bits here. Centerpiece as well by the German army. T-35 has arrived here for Angreifen. Equipped, of course, with the 85mm guns. Kind of number 2 done there for Evsik. Pulling ahead here, we got the Panther falling back, we got mines up here, we also got a Panther straight on the steel part. There you go, T-35 hits a mine there, failed to sweep that one. That said, Evsik is not within position to actually exploit this and take out the T-35. Very lucky there for Angreifen, losing that T-35 rapidly would have been a pretty disastrous development here for Angreifen, and pretty good there for Evsik. If you're going to take that out fast, you might still be able to do so, but so far, the way he's moving about, he's not looking particularly interested in doing that. He is deploying some smoke and some artillery fire around the centre here. The assault gun remains in a reserve position, though he could perhaps pull a bit further back here, honestly. Panther number 2 moving in there. He's going to push through here. Maximum being hammered. Grenade assault TV pretty dandy, but so far, again, it is worth noting, despite having gone for Scavenge, he's so far yet to utilise it. Sounds looked like he went for it by accident more than intent. There you go, field gun bombarding, assault gun bombarding the troops up, bunched up close there. 9 kills near ace level here. Doing great work there for Angreifen and the Red Army for sure. Panther wasn't backed up the Sturmpunin like Kerner for here. Angreifen will still be in a bit of a hot zone here, depending on what Evsik does. And there you go, pushing ahead for Deutschland. Assault gun there, forced to fall back here. Good shot there, but the assault gun is able to pull back. There we go. Both T-35 and Evsik shoots, misses the Panther 4 there. Second shot from the assault gun there goes for the Panther 4's frontal armor. A more to alter position, though Evsik, though, is in control of most of the map. He's got all 3 victory points, and he's bleeding out Angreifen at a fairly brisk pace. Angreifen will definitely do something about that soon here. May have to consider like another angle of attack here versus Evsik, and just try to attack through here. Buttoning up and then just pelting the Panther 4 there with the anti-tank rifle fire and the F6M, which is bringing in their pulse with its gun. There you go, Panther 4 down to half health. Another great hit there from the F6M. Pushing back the Panther 4s there very steadily, actually. Bit of a bounce there, but again, max range. There's definitely an argument that should certainly not be impossible to happen. Sturmpionier routed. Seizing the southern points here, moving up the centre steadily. Fully being pushed back here as well. Quick flank here. We got the T-85 looking to block such a maneuver, then charges in fearlessly for Comrade Stalin. We got a DP light machine here dropping the dirty Guardsmen being pushed, I think, to beyond that, breaking point here. Their numbers are dropping fast. The opposite could make a run for the light machine and grab it, turning against Angreifen. He does do so. A bit awkward there for Angreifen. A great haul there for Evsik. And what will Evsik go for next versus Angreifen? Who knows? Maybe another Panther 4, maybe another Jagdpanzer, or maybe he's planning bigger. Assault gun there being fixed up. Yes, are certainly busy, and there you go. Light inf gun caught here by Angreifen's T-35 there, and a bit awkward there. Panther 4 rushing in. Sorry about the hiccup. shot bounce. The Kednev of Panzer there, doing a fair amount of damage to the T-35 alongside the Panther 4. Definitely, I think, forcing Angreifen to pull back the T-35 is soon, though he seems intent to keep it around for a bit longer. But there you go. Evsik, the Kednev is on the job. We got an MG-34 here for Evsik and the German army. T-35 there, order to hold fire, so it doesn't go into position further. Doesn't quite work out, but now it certainly can't fire, even if it wanted to, as the main gun is completely knocked out. Still here, Angreifen maybe sees back a good chunk of the map here versus Evsik. That will certainly help him stem the bleed their victory points. MD-34 ready there for Evsik. Back here, guards moving forwards, T-35 then dying at repairs. And the assault gun, of course, is ready to once more face off against Evsik. Pushing forwards here. Heavy mortar still out of it. Got 2 kills on it, half 8 to 22. Closing in the 22 much faster now. Not quite landing any kills. Guns to the Kednev here, murdering through there with efficient marksmanship there. Panther shoots, killing several Soviet infantrymen there. 17 kills, Vector 2. Gets a nice actually bonus that Vector 2, specifically the Model J. Wehrmacht Panther 4 gets just the armored side skirts there, so the Model J in that regard definitely holds some advantages over the Wehrmacht Panther 4. More shots bouncing off here, the others have gone through here. Northern punch being seized there by Angreifen. No response at all here by Evsik. This is great for Angreifen. The farther you can make progress without any response here from Evsik, the better. That does look like Evsik had enough sending the Panther 4. Meanwhile, the Kednev there is being utterly annihilated here by the assault gun and the heavy mortar. We've got 12 kills now on the assault gun there. 12 kills up north there. Panther 4 right in the counter support there. Evsik could go for another Panther 4, but it's down to look at a Panther here. Panzerkampfwagen 5 to back up his Panzerkampfwagen 4s. In the south here, Volkswagen Cordy with the 2 transports under Angreifen's command. Definitely pushing back the Volkswagen Beers here. Heavy mortar gains 22, 8 kills now. The casualty are definitely down to pile up. There you go, whilst the Kednev, the Angreifen, Evsik stuffing some pretty heavy infantry loss. In fact, he's down to just 1 Volkswagen squad after the 4 he initially went for. Meaning he's quite low in infantry. Meanwhile, Angreifen still has 5 squads versus Evsik now 3. So Evsik, you know, besides going for that Panther, I'm assuming definitely start consider more infantry versus Angreifen. The Kednev destroyed, having lost so many men on it. He's just going, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough with this. Assault on the remaining reserve. No real need for it yet. Angreifen still has a good control of the map here. Victory points wise, he's starting to chop Evsik down there to size in terms of victory points. Close the gap between the 2 players. Orbs on there, half 8 to 50, slowly moving forwards there for Deutschland. And we got Mines here looking to deal with any armoured assault from Evsik. Got smoke around the centre. Evsik looking to advance there on the centre victory point, I imagine. Or perhaps as a diversionary measure to make Angreifen think he's going to go there. It's hard to say here. Certainly both opportunity Evsik could be employing or pursuing. There you go, being caught with the guard from the assault gun, also being again pursuing the Panther 4, second one moving up, and we do get a Panther here for Evsik and the German army. Guard squads are being caught here, also firing at them, but we've got the assault gun here ready to challenge Evsik and his Panzerwaffe. T-4 engages and takes out 60% there. The Volkswagen squad there. A heavy blow there from Angreifen's T-35. Panther is 1/3 of the way done. Meanwhile, Evsik's Panther doing all the work there. He might want to try and move up a bit closer at this angle there, so we can actually hit them outside of cover. From the angle, at least the cover doesn't work, but instead it's going to just break down the cover, I suppose. That works. T-35 backed up the assault gun, but we got the Panther ready here. The Kevin joining in as well there. 1 misses, 1 hits. Further damage inflicted on Angreifen's T-35, and what will Angreifen go for next here versus Evsik? Will it be another assault gun? Will it be the H-5? Will it be another T-35? Who knows? Meanwhile, Evsik's Panther is right around the corner there. It took a bit of a while there. It's finally found a way, and there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 5 gefechtsbereit here for Evsik and the German Panzerwaffe.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
North here, Panther 4 was the T-35 on the constant the max and gained eventually 2 there, but it's also taken some significant damage. Honestly, at this point, with all this armor, Evsik, I think, besides considering more infantry, should also consider more Sturmpioniere to help keep his armor in an operating fashion at a relatively, good pace. More Samex here for Angreifen, being very thorough. T-35 there being fixed up. We got 249 to 226. Penalized machine being added to the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panther's almost fixed. Panther 4 almost fixed up. The other one need repair still. Smoke being put again as once more Evsik makes his move there for Deutschland. North side seeing a bit of cautious movement there by Evsik, sending a machine gun in the no response of Angreifen. Looks like he's going to make a push for the center here once more versus Evsik. You know, what he's trying to do, I think, is just remove the shrubberies here, the foliage, so there's no way, Evsik can make that, use that type of troop movement to get up behind Angreifen front line there. Using the center as the Panther 4, all side unfortunately falling back here. We got artillery firing back and forth here. T-35 suffers a hit there from Evsik Raketten for there, causing a bit of discombobulation amongst the tank crew there. Artillery called in here. Going for the 105 mm to barrage, which gets more shells fired as you save up more and more munitions. Based on this point, he gets a really large barrage. That said, it's not really doing a lot. In fact, he was blowing up his own. Oh, there we go. T-5 suffers a damaged engine. I think it was mine went off on it. Maxim being hammered here as well there. A brutal artillery strike here unleashed by Evsik and the German army. Troops being mauled here. Demolished. The Panther, though, is getting marked up again. Hammered with the Guardsman and the SU-6M there, causing quite a bit of damage on this otherwise premium medium tank under Evsik's command, forcing him to put back the Panther without really doing anything. Being the Panther forced to do most of the work there, but they're all starting to take heavy damage here from the SU-6M here and the T-35 there. Fierce fighting continues here and the battle is raging still. Evsik, though, is being pushed back here steadily by Angreifen, who puts up a completely zealous socialist defense here. And there you go. Takes out one of Angreifen's conscript squads finally. Still not issue Sturmpioniere for Evsik, though considering again the state of his armor, I really think he should consider another one, plus just more infantry in general. Panther dives ahead for Deutschland, going here for the T-35. Evsik smells blood in the water, and he wants, well, more blood. Panther holding again, makes 3 conscripts charging in there. Quick hoorah here, turn the tables on Evsik and his little Panzer dash. Turn the tables on the conscripts for them to treat the assault gun. Pulls ahead here, looking to exploit this Germanic retreat, perhaps. Truck them away for Evsik, that'll be the mechanized regiment for repair, so. But would he also be planning a King Tiger then? I don't know. I still think just more Sturm Pioneers would, be helpful. In part because, again, he does need more infantry fighting elements here versus Angreifen. As for Angreifen, no need to see replacements. He's also still got plenty of resources for, say, another tank or an assault gun or a tank destroyer. But there you go. T-35 there, halfway to the ace level. 13 kills on the SU-6M. All of a sudden here being caught by the T-35. Panther and Panther 4's being repaired here. Okay, looks like the truck is. I got cancelled. I was just a bit unsure. And in fact, he did go for another Sturm Pioneer squad. 2 thumbs up. Going for the repair kits and of course the combat package. Very good. That's the Panther Shrek. Very smart. They ensures they're going to keep his armor fixed up fast, but also just gives him more anti-tank assets versus Angreifen's armor. So smart there by Evsik. Very smart. That said, of course, Kiev doesn't part in an artillery zone here. Causing himself Sturmpionier would be a waste of further way due to that. Panther 4, Panther 5 going up here against Angreifen in the center there. Not a lot of maneuvering there. Go SU-6 shot on the Panther here. T-35 taking heavy damage here from the Panther and the Panther 4 here. Using the Panther to absorb most of the hits, allowing the Panther to do some of the more of the damage here versus him. Almost got it, but there you go, being met with anti-tank grenades, and the SU-6 strikes back for the Red Army, and there you go, Panther 4 reaching that C4. Raketten now for Volkswagen nearby. Panther needs to keep pulling away there. Sturmpionier, well, they're back at base for repairing, and I'm making reinforcement at the same time. Panther gains veterans 1, need to pull it back for repairs though. There we go, Panther 4 almost fixed up. He is finally reinforcing the Sturmpionier as well there. Smoke being deployed again here by Evsik. All of a sudden tearing into the conscripts. Assault gun now on the move once more. It's down to suffer some heavy damage. Would be I think the significant blow to Angreifen were to lose his assault gun, though crucially he's still not calling more armor or infantry, so I'm still a bit curious as to what Angreifen is scheming here versus Evsik, if he's scheming anything at all. I mean, it is possible he's just not thinking anything. And there you go. Briefly consider the T-35 set does go for the SU-5 tank. So and there you go, bang, great in the Guardsman. Huge explosion, numerous Guardsmen dead. The opposite all suffer a heavy loss. But in the end, I do think Evsik came slightly ahead on that engagement, considering just all the Guardsmen had died there. Imagine you're gonna wipe that Panther 4 there. Near ace level, other Panther 4 moving in there. T-35 taking a hit. Cancel the H-35 again. Back here, Panther being prepared with the 2 Sturm Pioneer squads. Seems like Angreifen suffering from a significant case of hesitancy here. Versus Evsik, he can't quite make up his mind here what to do with the 2 Panther 4s and the Panther. There you go. Back to the H-85. Sturm Pioneer, they're busy fixing up the Panther. Again, 2 Sturm Pioneer squads, you can notice here, but putting the repair kits, can very rapidly fix up the Panther. It's very crucial here for Evsik that he's got these 2 Sturm Pioneers to ensure his Panther force, which is currently like, you know, the core of his force here, is doing as much work as possible on the front line, rather than sitting back being repaired. We've got the M6 action ambush mode here. Hey, where did you find all these strawberries? Oh, I encountered these guys, you know, in black. They call themselves the Knights of Me. You're young idiots. Really? Yes. Using Southern Point here. Panther 4 there near ace level. Very quiet here. We got 202 versus 4. H-5 there, fine, ready for Angreifen. Panther being flanked with the T-35 there. Good maneuver here by Angreifen. Smoking deployed here. Actually deployed by Angreifen. He's actually using it to lay down mines. That's devious. Except he stood out a bit too much and getting grenaded here. Oh, loses one of the near squads here. It was a sneaky maneuver, one that backfired on him. Can't be. And Panther firing at the T-35 there. T-35 ace falling back here. 9 kills. H-6 and H-5 on the move here. Could definitely cause F6 armor a bit of a issue. There we go. Good shot on the Panther 4. T-5 going for the Panther, which is down to less than half health here. Totally called in here on the M6 and the T-35. Both ace. The H-5 turning around here. Good shot on the Panther 4. The Panther 4 is down. T-35 knocked out here. T-5 about to rain down. The assault gun needs to get out of there. Panther about to get knocked out in return. The H-5 moving forward here. Panther 4 on the wood. T-5 rains down here. He's not moving the assault gun. He gets the Panther. The Raket. Panther 6 take out the assault gun. The Panther 4 is being met with his own artillery. It's actually taking damage from the Conscript moving forward. Panther 4 is not going for the common blitz here to keep around the H-5 a bit faster. Sturm Pioneer moving in here. Could cost him the H-5 here. Conscript moving forward. There we go. Panther 6 almost got it. Should have common blitz though. I don't know why he didn't do that. Didn't get the H-5. There you go. Loses the Panther 4. Had he blitzed, I don't think he would have lost it there because the common blitz also increases the rate of fire. All the way though. Lost the Panther 4. Though, of course, did get the T-35 and the H-6 5 ace. He still lost all of his armor in return. That is not a great exchange there for Evsik. On the other hand, of course, it is a tank source left. You can quickly go for more T-35s. Evsik might be planning a King Tiger, though. But that's going to take some time to get into the front line here. Floating it there by the guardsman. H-5 being repaired up. So he's got only 1 knee squats again. It will take some time, though, of course. He can use vehicle crew self-repair to expedite. No, of course, not going for the King Tiger. He doesn't have the mechanized regiment, so I'm not sure what's not just going for more armor. He should go for more armor now. Otherwise, I think he's going to be in trouble here. Grenades being exchanged here. Great shot there, and that's a wipe here on Angreifen Guard. We've got the option there with 30 kills to the name. Weiter Kreuzträger in all but name. Panther on my way there for Evsik. Another Panther there, they Panzerkampfwagen 5. Grenade off on the Obersoldaten. And there you go, Guard push back. We got 202 versus 126. T-35 there arrives to the front line. Still not using self-repair there on the H-85. We got 202 versus 124. Battle is definitely hanging a bit in the balance here. Angreifen is acting out in terms of squads less numbered there than Evsik. 3 versus 4. Again, he does have the advantage of the T-35. We got the Sturm Pioneer pushing in though. 2 squads, including 1 Red Fleet. Could be a big problem for the conflict with the artillery squad ring down. Mortars, smoke they're being deployed here. In the center, T-35 there strikes at F6 Obersoldaten here, threatening a wipe there. Panther is almost done with F6, but until then, his infantry will be at the mercy here. But there you go, Sturm Pioneer with the Panzerschreck. Good shot on the T-35. Though it will need a lot more shots to go down, that's for sure. Sturm Pioneer as the conscripts here. Angreifen strikes for the Red Army, and there you go, Molotov as well. There looks like Evsik is not quite able to pay attention. Loses the Sturm Pioneer squad. Good kill there for Angreifen. Definitely a bit of a painful blow there to Evsik. Panthers on the move. But will it be enough? Engaged with the Guardsman, adding the Penlight machine gun. Very good up north. The MG-34 defending the northern victory point here from the Socialist attackers under Angreifen's Marxist command. In south here, point being seized. Panther moving forward, T-5 also moving forward. Issued fire ready. Flanking the Panther. Shot bounce off the frontal armour. Contours the foot in the south. T-5 moving in here, flanking them. Great shot. They almost wiped out the entire unit. Lightning moving forwards. There we go. Wiped out though. Starting to look pretty bad here for Evsik. Angreifen may just have the upper hand now here. Evsik is just unable to muster enough firepower. Partly goes just the lane calling in tanks after losing the entire tank force. Whereas Angreifen just really didn't show that level of hesitation. Plus he's losing more and more infantry down just the Sturmpionier and the Obslan squad. And that's it. Meanwhile, Angreifen still has 3 infantry squads plus the Max and the heavy mortar. The situation here for Evsik is starting to look increasingly bleak. Line can destroy as well here. Another hit at this time in the Schwerpunted quarters. Heavy mortar firing down the machine gun, though Evsik has wisely positioned it, expecting perhaps an artillery strike there. Orbison catching the counters here with the heavy machine gun fire there, quickly raking them down there, but he's now being met by the T-3045, forcing Evsik to position his unfortunate orbital Darden. Flanking up behind Infantry up north, forcing Evsik to treat that one as well, opening up for the northern victory point for into the hands of Angreifen. Schwerpunted quarters there, down to 1/3 of its health total here, but we've got the Panther already here. Looks like Evsik's going to push forwards here, straight at the issue 5. Round to the guards as well here, also charging forwards as well here. Panther moving forwards here, issue 5 getting issue 2. Could mark its foot with marked target here, but so far isn't. Grenade off there. Panther's about to get knocked out here. Not entirely sure what he did there though. What he did at least, I made it very easy here for Evsik Angreifen to deal with it. And there you go, Panther's down. A grievous blow here to Evsik. He's got the Panther 4 though. Shot bounce off the issue 5 now. We've got the T-5 flank up behind the Panther 1. I think at this stage it is very much GG here for Evsik. His forces are spent, and what little he has left is just being methodically destroyed here by Angreifen and the Red Army. There you go. Panther 4 is kaput. The Panther is on fire as well. He's repairing the Schwerpunted quarters. Not entirely sure why. I think at this point he has very much left. We're just waiting for the game to react to this fact. So, a few more moments to wait here. But quite a brutal battle here between Evsik and Angreifen. There we go. Also, I think a nice highlight of the Issue 6 and what it can do in the right hands. That definitely proved to be quite the trooper here for Angreifen versus Evsik, and definitely threw him off a bit there. But tactically, there's also some issue there for Evsik. He made like a time shooter, flanked, maneuvered instead of just charging straight ahead there. I think that cost Evsik a lot more than necessary versus Angreifen. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope you'll tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.